Learn Chinese before learning Japanese. That really helps. Great tip, right? I told you. If you want to take one thing from that, just take this one. 10 tips that I wish I knew before starting with kanji. Only my own experience, my own mistakes. Number one is parts, meaning and sound. Okay, so for the kanji, there are parts, and I think I'm the best teacher that you can find on the web that can help you with the kanji. Okay, let's say we have shiru, right, which means juice. So this part means water. Everything with this is water. So that, for example, is a pond. Then, for example, this one, usually with animals, so this is a dog. I found another one, yamainu, mountain dog, which is a wolf. So then this one, it's a hand. So it basically came from this kanji. So this is motsu, hold. So you can remember that you hold with your hand. And this one is a samurai. So that is a person. So left part for the meaning and the right part for the pronunciation, right? So this is ji. This is how you remember. Chinese. All kanji are Chinese. And if you know some Chinese, that will help you. Da-da-da-dum, tip number 2. For me, that was like a recent discovery that the word liansuo and the word rensa are the same. And I'm like, oh wait, so rensa came from, like stuck with me. So from now on, I remember that it's the same word and the kanji is also kind of the same. Learn Chinese before learning Japanese. That really helps. Great tip, right? It's tip number 2. I told you, I'm the best. And number 3 is look up kanji with radicals. So I'll show you. Okay, so for example, I can just search samurai. And here's my kanji, right? Great. I can write this kanji over here. Or what I can actually do, search by parts. We take this radical, this one. And here is our kanji. So again, the same kanji, but we change the left part. We need the hand, and we also need the part that we previously searched for. Here it is. And here is our kanji for holding. You got it. So our brain has millions of years of evolution, and it knows that easiest way is the best way. So if last time I search on Google, I know the solution is just go to Google and search. Previously I drew the kanji, we're gonna do this again. Try to implement this in your learning. It really helps. I think that if you want to take one thing from that, just take this one. No, there are many. There are many I want to share. Number 4, try to learn in the word, in the sentence. First the word, then the phrase, then the sentence, then the situation, then maybe a story. Maybe you will think about an anime and like, oh, there was a scene when that character said this. It's like, it's more than just 2 readings for one character. Okay, number 5, use mnemonics for memorization. Okay, let's say I have this kanji. This kanji consists of parts, and I just think about this as a pigeon. One of the dictionary told me this is pigeon. So I know that this is a tree, right? So if a pigeon is on the tree, that kanji will mean gather. And it does mean gather. And this is how you never unremember it. The example I usually provide is the kanji for the word green. So I know that that part usually is for colors. Like this will be the red, this will be the green. So I remember, okay, part for color. Then this similar to Russian letter yo. Some bad words start with it. So I remember color, bad meaning, water. And now for some reason, with all the water in the pond was green. And I was like, yo, why is it green all the time? Tip number 6. It's easier for me because I live in Japan. I expose the kanji every single day, and yet it was still a struggle. If you're in other countries that don't use characters, you will have so less exposition to the kanjis. that it will take you ages, decades to learn all those kanji. It's not something I do for 2 hours in a week. It is something that I cannot live without. I have a need to understand those kanji. When you join company, they only speak Japanese. You have no other choice. They send messages with kanji. Necessity, like there is no other way. I need to learn. That is the tip. Create the environment where you cannot avoid being exposed to kanji. There is no other way. Like I must know. Another one.
Tip number 7.
Learn the order when you write. It really helps you to remember the parts of the kanji. Kanji are written from left to right, from top to bottom. If somebody flashed kanji to you, you would still catch it because you're like, okay, 3 parts, this part and this part, got it. Onyomi, kunyomi. Onyomi, Chinese reading, kunyomi, Japanese reading. Let's look at the example. We take kanji that we already know. If you guys remember our pigeon in the tree, kanji for gathering. That will be a Chinese word. And it is Chinese word, so we're gonna use onyomi, right? It's shu, shu, chu. So this is shu, chu. If you see kanji and hiragana, guys, I hope you know at least those basics, right? So this is part hiragana, this is kanji. Then you're gonna use kunyomi, atsumaru. That will help you to read that. Okay, another part is just to have this 3D image of this. The more sides to it, the easier it is for your brain to recall it. So if you only know translation to English, once you forget the translation, gone. You have no idea how to find it kanji again. But if you know that kanji consists of 3 and there was something about pigeon and the pigeon was on a tree, this kind of thing, and then like a lyric from the song, you have 5 ways to find it. Track down that kanji. Something that I use, yeah. Also typing. When I joined the company, I had to type a lot, and there are words like this. So the word shu, and I have no idea, is it with this u, or is it without u? Is it just shu, or is it cho? It is frustrating, but that really helps you because you make mistakes and like doesn't work, and then okay, I need to add this, works. And the bonus tips I was talking about, to have a list of words and collect them as Pokemon so you can know how many you learned. Track down the progress, right? If you found at least one thing that is helpful for you, please write down in the comments what was it, or maybe you can add up to the list. Let's help each other learn languages. Write it down and comment below. And by the way, you might want to check this video over here. I made it specifically for you. See you in the next one.